It was around noon when I got back to LA. Actually, too early to start the day, but also too late to catch another handful of sleep. The sun burned for hours on my roof. Merciless without itching and twitching, it wanted to melt my brain in the asphalt under my wheels. To melt me with the surface of the moon in another disguise, like Truman Capote used to say. Here I was again in the city of angels, this place without love. The studio mailed me my first check. I should come and finally do the movie, but I didn't count on that anymore, after I told the studio boss on our last encounter how poor I found his last film. You don't do that in this town unless you want to live the life of a dwarf. Does this guy have a heart after all? A patient sees his doctor. He needs a heart transplant. The doctor says, you have the choice between a 25-year-old marathon runner or a 60-year-old studio executive. No question. Give me the executives. The doctor asks stunned, why do you prefer the heart of a 60-year-old executive to the one of a 25-year-old? I want one that's never been used before. I made a detour. I drove down Sunset Boulevard. I think it was my inner voice, my desire for faces and their stories. Beverly Hills I already had behind me. Ahead of me was Hollywood, the Hollywood. Maybe I hoped to find long-lost memories, traces of gone days, glitter and glamour. But nothing of it was left. That's when I saw her. Suddenly light and sun were flowing through the street. I even thought I'd breathed in a sweet smell through the air conditioning. She was waiting for her next John. I had to follow her. I had to know where she was going and whom she was going with. I couldn't let her go. She disappeared in an alley. I followed her. She disappeared in a bar. I waited. She came out. I looked at her. She looked back deep in my soul. She came in my car. I drove off. She began to talk. Don't you know I had a dream last night? You were here with me, lying by my side so soft and warm. And I dreamed that we were lovers and the heavens sent it rain. And when I woke up, all my dreaming was gone. I'm tired of dreaming alone. I've never had a lover. I am young, but I'm so alone. She was searching for my smile. She found my heart. She laughed and told me about this city with no love. She told me about the dreams she once had. We were talking throughout the night. She said, I would like to see the sunset. And in the gold of the evening there was nothing that I have not seen in her eyes. I was walking down a lonely road. She showed me the way. We were leaving LA.